Hello? Is this thing on? I think it's on. I think it's on. Are we good? Please tell me stream quality is good and that we're not dropping any frames. I don't want to drop any frames. Those are very delicate and I do not want to shatter them. Hi, but yes, hello everybody. Sorry about the technological difficulties, but some things you just can't avoid. Unless you restart your PC. So now I think we should be all good to go. Alright, hello! Do we have any requests for me to draw from memory? I still can't believe I decided to do this stream. This is, like I said in Discord, this is gonna go either really great or really terrible. Hi, okay. I think right now I'm just gonna add a fancy line beneath this. And I think I'm gonna wait for some viewer suggestions to pull in. The temptation to name a Pokemon to draw that is a complete troll? Oh dear. If you suggest me some legendaries, I will do it. But then I will absolutely hate you. I'm just kidding, I won't hate you. But like, legendaries are very complex Pokemon. So yeah, we have fun today. Oh dear. Come on, YouTube Studio. Okay. I think we should be fine now. Please, no more frames. Oh my goodness. Alright, anybody have any suggestions? I think I'm gonna go with some, I guess some popular ones? Let me see. My suggestion's not a legendary. Oh boy. Now I'm wondering which one it is. Because to be honest, there's a lot you could do that would, you know, troll. But, well, we'll see. We shall see what happens. I promise it's not a legendary. Okay, just suggest it. But yeah, let's add some popular Pokemon, I guess, like, let's add the Kanto starters, because why not? Bulbasaur. I have a challenge? Oh dear. What's your challenge? Charmander. And Squirtle, Hisuian Voltorb, and Ekans. Hisuian Voltorb. I can see why that would be difficult, but Ekans. Okay, that one's gonna be very interesting. That is literally just a regular snake, I think. Okay. Hang on a second. I don't want that one. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I can draw a literal snake, no? We'll see, we'll see. You're drawing my boy? Yes, from memory, which means I might butcher it. We'll see, though. We'll see. Okay. My for real suggestion is a Alolan Raichu. I think I have an image of that in my brain. Alolan Raichu. I told you it wasn't a legendary. You did tell me it wasn't a legendary. Also, August, since you're a mod, I do have a question for you. What do you see beside your name? I know you have like a blue name and everything. The question is, what icon do you see beside it? Do you see a wrench, or do you see a shield? Because I think YouTube is trying to change the moderator icon. Surfing Pikachu? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So yeah, Bulbasaur. And you see a wrench? Okay. On my end, I'm seeing a shield, which is weird. Okay. So, Bulbasaur. How can I go wrong with that? It's literally just a Bulbasaur. I think the face shape was more like, whoops. Like this. It had eyes that were, I think, this shape, I remember. If I'm remembering correctly. Oh gosh, I have no idea. I have no reference picture to tell if I'm getting this right or not. But then again, I did draw a lot of Pokemon before in my past. Oh yes, absolutely. Everybody loves a good wrench. Do exclamation mark wrench for a surprise. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Okay. Now you had eyes that were like this. You had white in the center of them, and the irises were red. After all, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Sometimes. I love that movie. Nice. Okay. Throws a wrench at a trampoline, watches it bounce back, and hits it in the face. Amazing. Incredible. Okay. So, of course, Bulbasaur has 4 little stubby legs with, I think, 3 claws each. We'll see. I have no idea if I'm getting this right or not. Ah! Do you know what movie that is from? I don't, I'm afraid. I'm afraid I don't know the haha funny reference. Help. And then we've got the little hind leg. I don't remember if Bulbasaur had like a little bit of a tail or not. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a tail just because, you know, it adds character. We have some like vaguely geometric blobs on there. We have, of course, the bulb. How could this be a Bulbasaur if I forget the bulb, ladies and gents, and non-binary pals? Okay. It's from the movie Dodgeball. It's a comedy. This needs to be rectified. I'm sorry. I wasn't aware me not watching a movie was an actual crime. My goodness. You must watch. I'll add it to my watch list. No guarantees I'll get to it soon, but you know what? Now that I know of it, I'll put it on my watch list. Okay, so I think that's good. The mouth looks a bit too wide. We all know Bulbasaur is wide, and we love that for him. Wide, round boy. But I think he had his mouth open in the official art. So you know what? That's what I'll do. Yeah, sure. I guess the mouth can end there, because why not? I think that's a Bulbasaur. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna make my canvas, like, 3 times bigger, though. Just because I want to, put everything on this. I must perform a citizen's arrest. Where are the handcuffs? Oh my goodness. Why are you trying to handcuff me? I swear it wasn't a crime, officer. I just simply haven't watched a movie. My goodness. Okay. So because I have no reference image, that means I have no reference colors as well. Although August's profile picture is a Bulbasaur at the moment. I think it was like this. I think that's mostly right. I want to say there's a bit more of a blue tone to it, and it's lighter. Yeah, that looks right. We should have had her draw all of the ducks. Oh boy. Well, I mean, it's not too late to add some suggestions. So yeah, I think the bulb was this color. The red had a little bit of pink to it. I'd say I did pretty good with Bulbasaur. What do y'all think? He's just a little guy. There's no way you can forget him. There's literally no way. There we go. Gonna add this in, and then I need the colors for the inside of the mouth and the tongue. Covers up my profile pic. Amazing. What, you really want to ensure no cheating? I think Bulbasaur's little claws were white, if I remember correctly. After this, I'll pull up a reference image and see how well I did. Yo, Psyduck would go kind of hard. Ooh. Yeah, I like Psyduck. I like Psyduck a lot. Let's see if I can get it correct, though. We'll see if my memory's as good as it can be. If it's not, then we're all gonna have a laugh about it. But if it is, then we're gonna have a laugh. Still. My boy doesn't have a tail, though? Oh, wait. It doesn't? I could have sworn it had a tail. Oh, well. You know what? That's a Bulbasaur. Okay. I guess we'll add Psyduck. I don't remember all the shiny colors. It's hard enough to remember all the design features of these Pokemon. And then suddenly you want me to remember their shiny colors as well? I'm doing the regulars. So Tepig's on the list as well. Oh dear. This is gonna be fun. Oh. I also have some ginger tea and it is very tasty. It's a toad? Okay, I'll erase the tail. I'll erase the tail. Fine. Even though we call you Frog quite often. Sure. Okay, there we go. Your Bulbasaur is now tailless. Are you happy? Just put a little lens flare glint on it. Yeah. Sure. Although I seem to remember this color being darker. Yeah, that's the one thing I'll do before I pull up the reference image. Okay. So let me go to Google Images. Where's the Google Images? Quote-unquote shiny Psyduck. You know what? Sure. Yeah. I'm shiny hunting Aiden, so I thought it would be funny. Hey, I'll draw a regular Tepig. I just don't remember what shiny Tepig looks like. So, Bulbasaur. Okay. So, I'm immediately seeing some things that I got wrong. The bulb is not that dark. I'm immediately seeing some things. The fangs were supposed to be like proper little white nubs of teeth. But I just decided to make them... I just decided to stylize them. I will never be satisfied. Okay, so it appears I got the claws right, but they didn't protrude as far out from the leg as I thought. Yeah, I think I got the color palette kind of right? Kind of? We'll see. But yeah, that was my Bulbasaur from memory. So let's move on to Charmander now. We're gonna put the little Kanto starters together because why not? This is the upgrade. Yes. This Bulbasaur is so cute. Colors. Okay. Sorry, just me trying to rename my layers. Okay. So Charmander. What the heck do I do with a Charmander? I don't know, man. I almost grabbed Google Images again to look for an image, but I remembered I can't do that. August Mander Hamilton. Hey, it even has the same number of syllables. And then your little... Charmander is usually bipedal, so I think we'll do something like this. And of course you have claws on the end of your hands. This line art is shoddy, but nobody cares as long as I draw the Pokemon. There we go. Okay. I don't remember how to draw reptilian legs. Oh well. There we go. I'm just gonna draw it in this pose because why not? I'm not trying to recreate the official art one for one, although I kind of did that with Bulbasaur. Although this Charmander is looking a little small, so I'm gonna increase the size of my line art. Yeah. Sure, there we go. That's fine. Beta Bulbasaur. Honestly, it's adorable. I love my from memory Bulbasaur. I don't remember if you had 3 claws or just 1. I think you had 3 claws because now that I'm drawing that, that looks incredibly incorrect. Okay. And then I of course remember you had a tail with the flame on it. Yeah, huh? What does she mean usually bipedal? I don't know. Maybe there are some Charmanders that walk on all fours that I don't know about. Excuse me, I don't live in the Pokemon world. I've just seen art of it drawn like that. So, yeah. Shiny Charmander is feral and goes on all fours, don't you know? I have no idea if you're correct, so I'm going to assume you're correct just because funnies. There we go. All of them have this nose. They're just little guys. And then your eye shape was kind of like this. I don't remember the uber specifics of a Charmander's eye, so excuse me if I get this wrong. I might. Let me just do that. Yeah! Okay, doing it with the same pupil as Bulbasaur looks incredibly wrong. And now I'm just realizing this thing looks weird without the little eye highlights. So I'm going to put those on Bulbasaur too. Give them a little bit of soul, you know? And then I think you had a belly. There we go. Just a little patch of different color on the belly. I don't remember what color it is. But yeah. Okay, then you had your little tail with the flame on it. Of course, we've got to find our flame. There we go. Come on. Can I draw this curve? You know what? Good enough. You know what? No. I'm just gonna do this. And I'm not gonna recreate it exactly how it was. There we go. I say do Surfing Pikachu and send it to Matsu. I mean, that's literally just Pikachu with a surfboard. Is it not? Right? Okay. This looks pretty accurate to what I imagine a Charmander is. I have no idea if this is actually correct. Since it's her favorite mod. Or did you actually mean a Alolan Raichu? Or is there like a surfing Pikachu that I don't know about? I'm tempted to do a silly, but I won't for now. Oh dear, I'm scared. Oh no. I think you had this color. And I'm just gonna steal these colors. Yes, Nyssa, you mean, okay, you do mean Alolan Raichu. Got you. I think you had blue-ish eyes? This doesn't look nearly orange enough. Okay, no, that's more like the shiny version, I think. Need to make that lighter. There we go, now it looks correct. Matsu despises Pikachu? Are you sure she's not secretly a Mimikyu? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Have you double checked under her cloak, under her model to see if she's not a Mimikyu? But yes, this is what I remember of Charmander. Surfing Pikachu is an actual Pokemon though? Okay. I did not know that. Oh wait, yeah, because I think somebody remembered a Pokemon card of that. I want to see Surfing Pikachu. Okay, listen, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna draw a Pikachu, and then you can use your brain, your imagination, to imagine it on a surfboard. Sound good? I think that sounds pretty good. There we go, and then you had this, like, kind of desaturated red for the tail flame. There we go. I think I got food poisoning. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Aiden. Yeah, take your time to heal from that. I know... Yeah, I know that sucks, so please go take care of yourself. You know what? I'm gonna do this all on a gray background so I can rest easy about whether I've filled in something or not. Sure, 128, 128, 128. The perfect halftone. Let's fill that in. There we go. Matsu is the evolved form of Mimikyu. I believe it. I believe it. Oh. Okay. So there we go. We have our Charmander. I think that looks pretty good. Let's see what an actual Charmander looks like. Charmander. Okay. Alrighty then. So the immediate first thing I'm noticing is that my Charmander clearly gained some weight. Otherwise, I think the colors and the general features are pretty spot on, except the actual hands did not have the white tipped. Oh, and the tail had that little portion of belly underneath it. Okay. But yeah, otherwise I'd say that's pretty accurate. The flame on the tail did use kind of wrong colors, but yeah. Oh, and also, this eye I'm noticing right here, is the blue is not green enough. It like had this kind of weird anime eye. Weird stuff. Okay, well, that's my Charmander. That's what I remembered Charmander as. I had a decently clear mental picture of it, but I missed some details. His belly thing is a bit too small. Yeah, I'm noticing that as well. But there can be no changing it once I have the reference image up. Okay. So Squirtle. Oh dear. I'm afraid I don't remember this one as well as the others. Oh no. How do you even draw a Squirtle? Well, you know what? I didn't get this far by not trying, so I guess we'll try our best. If I remember correctly, Squirtle had the same kind of weird eyes as that Charmander had. Okay. So let's try this. I keep getting a buffering, Nyssa. Hey, I'm sorry. OBS wants to drop a bloody ton of frames, and I don't know why. Like, I'm not multi-streaming, so I don't know why it's doing this. I'm just gonna close all excess programs like my Discord and everything like that. I wonder what program's fault this is. Okay. So, Squirtle. Squirtle. At least I know how to make the sound. Oh, gosh. I think it had relatively the same face shape. Kind of like this. Oh gosh. I'm messing up already, I can tell. Okay. We had the head that goes kind of like this. What did I do? Okay. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? We should do a memory game like this together sometime. Ooh, that would be fun, honestly. Yeah, I don't have every little physical detail of all these Pokemon memorized, so this is gonna be entertaining. Thought that was just me, so I restarted my computer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my internet is kind of trash at the moment. What? Let me actually see. What on earth? Okay. Yeah, it's just my Wi-Fi, it seems. Sorry about that. I remember you had like a pale sand color belly. So I'm gonna go with that. You had arms like this, and then you had the turtle shell on your back. And I don't remember if Squirtle had a proper tail or not. Oh, goodness. I'm going insane. And now I'm remembering I have to draw Hisuian Voltorb too. What on earth is going on? There we go. We'll have the other arm kind of like this. Make it a little bit longer so that Squirtle is not suffering from T-Rex arms. Yeah, sorry about the internet. It appears there's nothing I can do about that other than restarting my computer again. And that's not a viable option at this point in time, so I'm just gonna truck on. Just remember he is a turtle. Yeah, no, I have the turtle shell. Semi in place. Did this cover like all of your front half? I don't remember. And I can't look it up. Okay. And I don't remember if you had little spikes like Bulbasaur and Charmander did, so I'm just gonna go with no. You're basically a humanoid turtle. There we go. And then you had some weird pattern in the middle of your chest. I remember there was like a grid. I want to say this is right. No, Squirtle is not a T-Rex. He does not have short, stubby arms. Actually, I mean, he kind of does. Damn. Okay, now you had the weird eyes. So I'm gonna add this in. I think you had, like, semi-red eyes. Unlike Charmander, who just had the blue. Okay. At least I remembered the blue for Charmander. Okay. Let's start... Whoopsie daisy. Let's start filling in the colors. Okay. There we go. My color window got popped out there for a second, but we're all good. So you had like a kind of red thing here. That's better. There we go. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yep. This is exactly what we're on about. Okay. So the sandy color was like around here, I want to say. This Squirtle looks soulless. I can tell he's missing something, but I don't remember what. Again, I'm just remembering the broader picture, but I have no idea what specifically I'm missing. What is going on? And yes, Streamlabs is correct. Drink water if you need it. Oh man, I'm like holding my head in my hands, trying to figure out what I may have missed. Yeah, no, these eyes don't look right, so I'm gonna fix them. I also think I messed up as well on the mouth. There's supposed to be like a little dip in the middle of it. So let me increase my stabilizer. Yeah, that goes there. Uh-huh. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna make this pure black. Just like this. Just fill that in, and then I got nothing to lose. There we go. Okay, this is starting to look a little bit more correct. Let's show our colors again, and then fix those because I dearly messed those up. I think this was a little bit more pink. There we go. Just like that. I want to say the highlight was bigger as well. There we go. Give you a little bit more of a soul. Whoa. There we go. Was this like line of the shell a white or was it a more brown color? Okay, you know what? This looks correct, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, you had a tail too. How did I forget the tail? You had like a weird little squiggly tail. Let me see. I want to say it's something like this. Yeah, I think that looks relatively correct. Okay. I want to say this is right. This looks like a Squirtle to me. I think I'm ready for the reference image. Okay, let me see. Squirtle. Okay. I kind of did that correctly. Kind of. Oh my goodness. If my internet can function, that would be amazing. Okay, so let me just paste this reference image in. I think I got the colors fairly accurate. Only thing that's wrong is it should be a little darker. The eye wasn't as red as I remembered it. It was more like a purple. It didn't have a little fang on the end. The limbs should have been poking out of the shell more in like a circular way. The shell is too dark, and it isn't as wavy. The tail, I kind of got correct. Okay. This is an excellent memory exercise, I think. Oh gosh. These already look just that little bit uncanny. What the heck? What is wrong with me? Okay. So what did we have next up on the list? Hang on a minute. We have... Oh gosh. Hisuian Voltorb? Are you kidding me? I don't remember how that one looks. Okay. Let me close that. So Hisuian Voltorb. I was about to look up a reference image out of habit, but then I remembered I can't do that. Squirtle is the choppiest one so far. Yeah. But still decent, I think. Hisuian Voltorb can't be that difficult, right? It's literally just a ball, ain't it? Except it has wood grain on the bottom and some weird eyebrow things that I may not get the pattern of exactly right. Drawing a circle is a touch difficult. There we go. I think that's right. Kind of? Question mark? Okay. DMs? Okay. Hang on a minute. I need to pull up Discord. Discord, I'm howling at the moon. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah, can you ask him about that? Hi, JJ. Apparently I have to draw Hisuian Voltorb from memory. I don't know how correct this is gonna be. Because there are a lot of, like, angles and stuff. One thing I do remember about the Arceus Pokeballs is that they had a little hole on the top for steam to come out. So I'll just add that real quick. With, like, a little puff of, steam. Now, the eyes. The eyes. I think it went like this. Somewhat. I'm second guessing my memory. I remember this was like slightly protruding off the ball. There we go. Oh no, it's not supposed to be awful rounded. Boom ball. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I think it had an angle at the end of the eye like this. The last time I looked up an image of Hisuian Voltorb was, quite a while ago. I'm pretty sure I only cared about it to make the Mimikyu of it. Okay. So let's see, we have the eye of it. And then we have like a couple small wood grain lines, which I can just add in the color layer. I think the wood grain lines went like this, I want to say. Then the eyes were pure white. And then it's literally just a normal Pokeball red. That doesn't look correct. Oh, no, I remember. It was like slightly more orange, wasn't it? Yeah. A little darker, a little bit more saturated. Yeah, there we go. How's everyone? I'm doing good, except for the fact that I have to draw Hisuian Voltorb from memory. But yeah, we're doing okay. This puff of steam now looks like a little chef hat, and I think that's cute, so I'm keeping it. Now it looks even more like one. Hang on a minute. Where's my thingy thing? There we go. That's looking fairly decent. Okay. I'd say I did pretty good with that. Let me just look up a reference image. Although this image is a little bit too big compared to the rest of them. So let me just... There we go. New hero and OW. Overwatch. Okay. I didn't know what OW is. What is OW? It's Overwatch. Okay, so let me look this up. Hisui Voltorb. Okay. So that ball was a little bit more orange than I remembered. Okay. Paste that in. Yeah, little bit more orange than I remembered. I just put it towards, like, normal Pokeball red. And I'm seeing now that I got the eye shape somewhat wrong. There was supposed to be, like, that little geometric arch at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, okay. I can see where I went wrong, but otherwise, I got the basic thing right. So we're just fine. Okay. Let me just delete this. So next up is Ekans. There are a couple of small details that make it an Ekans instead of a regular snake. So we're gonna have to try to remember those. Why does that look like a badminton birdie bought off Temu? Oh my gosh. 7 out of 10? Yeah. I'd say Bulbasaur was the most accurate so far. Squirtle is definitely the funniest. Okay, so Ekans. I'm not doing any sketches. I'm just skipping straight to line art. Because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Yeah, the eye shape just needed work. Okay. So we just have Snick. And then we have the little coils below. So let me just start drawing that. Yeah, trying to get Aiden to play Overwatch is like trying to teach a cat to play hockey, I think. Oh, you have a plush of it? Oh, that's awesome. Okay. This is starting to look like an earthworm in terms of structure. Also, why am I making each one bigger than the last? That's not what should be happening. Point out for color, eye shape and the grain lines are more circles with the bottom on center. Yeah. Yeah, I immediately thought there's a problem to that. Okay. So one thing I'm immediately noticing is my Ekans is a bit too big. There we go. We've got the rattle over here. Yep. Oops. Should not be using that eraser. Let's do this instead. So we add the rattle over here. Just like this. And then I think it had a bit of belly showing like right here. Or at least the alternate color, which I think was a yellow. I think. This is really testing my Pokemon knowledge. Or at least my knowledge of how the heck do you draw Pokemon. I remember Ekans had a slightly goofy face like that. We have the eye shape. That's just kind of like this. Yeah, that's looking like an Ekans so far. Let me just add the little eye highlight so I don't get myself confused later. I'm gonna try filling in some colors, because I think there's something missing, but I can't figure out what. Color was around here, I think. Yeah. While I watch stream, I'm gonna go annoy GLaDOS by destroying all of her cameras. Have fun! There we go. Okay, no, that was definitely more yellow than I remembered. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, Rattle had like that. Didn't the Rattle have more segments though? I'm gonna edit that real quick. The Rattle had, whoop, whoa, no. My window's in Fire Up. I could keep going all over the place and I don't like it. I think it was thinner as well. Thank you for humoring me. Yeah. Besides, it's a Kanto Pokemon, so I probably have more memory of it than the others. Just because the Kantomons are just the ones that have been shoved in our faces the most. Okay, no, it was definitely bigger than that. But still keeping that, like, thinness. Oops. Yep, and then going into, like, a point, kind of, here. I'm gonna slightly desaturate that yellow. My next challenge is the most creative Pokemon seal. Everybody's so creative. If I don't remember how to draw a literal seal, then I think I have problems. Is there supposed to be, like... I think there's supposed to be a patch of yellow. Like right around here? Yeah. Now it's looking a bit more correct. I think just for my own sanity, I'm gonna add some little, like, lines like this. Because if I don't have this, it's not gonna look like a snake to me. Snake. Look at the snake. Didn't it also have something like this? Yeah, that little line. Okay. I don't know about y'all, but I think I got this one fairly accurate. Yeah! Okay. I think it's time for a reference image check. So, what? Can I speak? Can I type? No, apparently I can't. Okay. Okay, I think I got that fairly accurate. Ooh, Jolteon. Jolteon would be a good one. Okay, so this is what an actual Ekans looks like. The color should have been a bit more desaturated, but otherwise just fine. I remember the little swoopy eye thing. This little line that goes from eye to eye. But yeah, I got that right. I got the little bit of belly it was showing. The tail should have been poking out from behind that last coil. But otherwise, mostly fine. I got the general shape of the rattle correct. What would y'all rate this one? Personally, I think I'd rate this an 8 out of 10. With my inaccuracies being, I guess the color? And the general shape of the rattle? Yeah. I think I'd give myself an 8 out of 10, but I want to see what chat thinks. That's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to increase my canvas size again. 4,000 by 4,000. Because why not? Just give it a little bit more space. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I'm noticing these are definitely bigger than the Kanto starters, so hang on. Let me just shrink them by just a little bit. Ekans is definitely that saturated in the show, I think. Okay. So I wasn't going crazy. I see. Also, drawing on a gray background is a bit of a new experience for me. Okay. So let's cross off Ekans. And then Alolan Raichu. Not enough derp in the eye. Just due to positioning and too big of pupil. Other than that, perfect. Okay. Yeah, 8 out of 10, definitely. So, Alolan Raichu. Oh boy, this one's gonna be interesting. I'm not sure I remember a Alolan Raichu. Okay. So I remember it definitely had the little surfing on the tail. I'm just trying to conjure up a mental image. How do I do this? I don't think it had any purple on it, because it's a psychic type, but there's no purple. Very strange. Alolan Raichu is not very Orpal. Okay. I remember this was definitely a little bit chunkier than Raichu. Let's do that. It was kind of T-posing on its little surfboard, so let me just do that. This already looks so weird. I'm sure more of the image will come in soon. There we go. And then you had this little thing. It's kind of in the same pose as Squirtle. Wait, now that I have that, I'm not sure if it has like the little stubby things on the little stubby toes. I don't think it did. It did definitely have more of like that rodent-like foot though. I shouldn't have made peanut butter cookie dough dip. Oh no, how'd it go horribly? And it had thinner legs than I'm remembering. Or at least that are currently on this drawing. That sounds gas. It does sound pretty good, honestly. Like, I'd be down to try that. But why shouldn't you have made it? What went wrong? Where did we go wrong? Okay. Yeah, definitely a little T-posing guy. And then I remember you had little wing-like thing. Kind of like this, but it only had 1 point. It's addictive? Okay, I see. It definitely wasn't that pointy. I think that's pretty good. So kind of like that. Those are too small. Those... I like this. There we go. Just increasing the size of those already made it a little bit more accurate. At least in my eyes. I also think the swirl went, like, deeper into the ear. Do-do-do-do-do. Why is my phone buzzing? It should not be. There we go. Something like that. I'm now tempted to DM JJ a picture of a frog, but I will resist. Yeah. Okay. Now, it had, like, little Pikachu eyes, I'm remembering. Just erase this. There's intense battle music going on as I struggle against my own brain in a war of my own making. Yep, little Pikachu eyes. Just like this. Go for it, Kyle. Yeah! DM JJ a picture of a frog. What's stopping you? Of course we have the little Pikachu cheeks. I love Wartortles. Yeah, Wartortles are amazing. And I think I did Squirtle pretty good. Hello, Cynthia. Welcome on in. I'm trying to remember how Alolan Raichu is. I'm trying to draw Pokemon from memory. Oh, boy. I can already tell this is going horribly. You had, like, a little belly thing as well. Oh, wait, it did have blue eyes. I'm not remembering that incorrectly, I think. Come on. Can I draw a perfect circle? Kind of. There's a little bit of stuff in here, but I'm just going to erase that. There we go. Okay. It looks pretty good aside from the little surfboard tail, but we'll get to that. So you had the tail. And I remember in the anime, this thing was weirdly obsessed with pancakes. I will say, Duck, you're doing great on the muns. Hey, thank you. I'm trying my best. Okay. The board should not be intersecting the legs. Tail board, whatever thing it is. It was in the shape of a lightning bolt, but like slightly rounded, I think. There. It was. I named mine Syrup. Oh, that's so cute. Yes, we love syrup. I got some great news. Ooh, what is the great news? There we go. I have one for you to try after. Okay, we'll see, we'll see. It had, I think, these little things on the bottom paws. I'm gonna move on to colors now, because I don't think there's any little details that I'm forgetting. Okay, so we have like a super yellow, whoops, head wings, just like this, and like that. Okay. Now I remember this thing's skin was like kind of a weirdly orangish yellow brown. Okay, yeah, that looks immediately correct. I nailed that. And then I think you had, yeah, white belly, paws, and also paws. There we go. Like that. And then I remember specifically you had blue eyes. Let's see. I finally submitted my first 5 poems to an online literary magazine. Nice! Glad you got that. I think it was a little bit more like this, if I remember. Or am I misremembering the fact that it had blue eyes? I don't know. I think the previous blue looks more correct, at least according to my mental image. Okay. Holding pancakes? You know what? You're absolutely right. I forgot the pancakes. Oops. How silly of me. Let me just add the pancakes real quick. Okay. I'll add the pancakes before we look up the reference image. Okay. Okay. Something like this. We've got our little pat of butter on top. Bam. Whoa, okay. Can I? Yeah. Oh, Persian? If you say Alola in Persian, I think Aiden will hate me. Persian's kind of cute. I like Persian. Okay. Why am I stressing more about the pancakes than the Raichu itself? Should I make another stream of this? Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun. So I'm tempted to say yes. There we go. We have a nice stack of 4 pancakes. Do you even know what cute contest Pikachu looks like? I'm just gonna assume it's a Pikachu with a pink bow on its head, because that's basically all I remember it as. Okay. I vaguely remember Rockstar Pikachu had notes of red. I don't really pay attention to special event mons like that. So we have pancakes. And then let me just add some syrup. Just like this. Oh, if I got served by this thing at a restaurant, I would immediately rate it 1,000 out of 10 on like the reviews. Like, imagine being served by this cute little gremlin. I'd love that. Okay. And then we have our little shines for the syrup. Just like that. Yes! Oh, this is perfect. This is the perfect creature. Okay. Alolan Raichu. Google Images. Let's see how we did. Oh my gosh. I just wish my Wi-Fi wasn't so horrible tonight. Okay. Alright, let me just paste this in here. Oh, it gets fairy type and red. Ooh, cool. Okay. So, several things. Okay, so I got the color of the paws and the belly correct. That's right. I didn't get the slight little note of yellow in the eyes, but it was a tiny detail. Oh, and the patch on the eye wings. It looks like a Labubu if they were actually cute. Yeah. I'm noticing this long, skinny portion of the tail should have been darker. The shape of the surfboard was, like, mostly correct. I did not have the proper brain cells to actually draw a lightning bolt, but I did. So let's see. 1, 2, 3 errors, but I'm adding +1 since the pancakes are there. So I'm rating myself an 8 out of 10 on this one. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. That's Alolan Raichu. Okay. So how are we looking? Okay. So next up, Alolan Raichu, Psyduck, and Tepig. If I don't get my boyfriend's favorite Pokemon correct, what am I even doing with my life? Let's see, what else should I add? Okay, so somebody else suggested Persian. Persian, what else should I draw? So, why is my stabilizer so crazy high when I'm writing text? What am I on? Hang on a second. Let's see. Is Florigato on this list? Not yet, but it can be. So, Florigato. I don't remember much of Florigato. I remember Sprigatito and Meowscarada. I give an 8.5 for being extra huggable? Yeah. Oh, Toxel. Toxel's a good one. Toxel. Okay. So, Psyduck. If I don't draw Psyduck perfectly, I'm gonna get flamed. Oh no. I'm gonna get canceled on the internet. Oh no, I'm so scared. So how do I draw a Psyduck? Yeah. I remember the beak was like this general shape. Like this. And then it had like the little lines like this on here. I think that is mostly correct. It had tinier pupils than that, I think. Then it had some strands of hair on top, although now I'm remembering that these had square ends. I'm probably going to change my profile picture to the drawing you do. All right, let's see that. I don't think I remember Florigato all that well, so fair warning, it might be dog water, you know? Okay. There's a detail you won't be able to use for Toxel, as most likely won't show it back while doing it. It's one of my favorite. I'm going to be real, I don't remember anything about Toxel's back. So it had arms like this. And it goes like this. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. I'm gonna do the hand like this. And it, of course, has its arms in the classic, you know, I have a headache pose. Is amazing. There we go. Now I'm not remembering if it had, like, proper duck feet. That's the fun of it? Yeah. I suppose that's correct. Okay. It had, like, little... It didn't have properly webbed feet. It just had, like, these things, I think, as its feet. Look at that psychic duck that isn't psychic. Yup, it's psychic. It's named Psyduck. But if it has the psychic type, the Pokemon Company will send a nuclear bomb to your house. I think it should be a little rounder than this. I also remember it had one of the feet up like this in the official art. So let's try doing that with this one. I think this is mostly accurate so far. Did it have a platypus tail or not? Now I'm kind of misremembering. Also, that should be bigger to match the other foot. Nyssa's Poke Memory Bank, where you post the artworks for them into maybe a request thread maybe for next streams. Honestly, yeah. I'm tempted to make this maybe not a super long running series. Like, I'm not going to draw every single one from memory. But we'll see. Okay. So just kind of like this. Mostly just what viewers suggest. But yeah, drawing every Pokemon from memory would take a while. Terra Psychic Psyduck summons a bomb from Nintendo straight to your house. Because I remember Psyduck was actually a platypus. That foot still looks wrong. I'm gonna increase the size of it. Hang on just a second. Let's do this. Yeah, that looks a little better. This looks so goofy. Oh gosh, does it have a platypus tail or just a regular duck tail? At least it's not a Nintendo cease and desist. Hey, at least it's not that. You have a better chance of surviving an explosion than you do a cease and desist from Nintendo. What looks more correct to me? I think the regular ducktail looks more correct to me. So let's do the colors now. It looked a little like this, except it was a touch more orange, darker, and like this. Yeah, that looks right. The beak was like a super light version of this. That was like slightly more orange. Yeah, there we go. Then the feet were that color too. Gotta study 50 countries by tomorrow. I'm so cooked. What are you doing on this stream? Go study, you fool. You absolute fool. Okay. Did this thing... This thing have a platypus tail or not? I'm stressing about this. Help! I'm also realizing that this doesn't look correct. Country 1 Sri Lanka, I'm helping? Uh-huh. You're helping so much, aren't ya? You're so helpful. Was there was a head, there was a line for the head that was separate from the body. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks mostly right. There is one thing I will adjust though. Wait, I put that on the wrong layer. Oh well. I'll fix it right now. Okay, that's our Psyduck. It's in the background. Oh dear. Okay, so Psyduck. Okay. Yeah, I think I got that one pretty accurate. It's hard to mess up Psyduck. Also, apparently I've been isekai'd into the Deltarune universe. But yeah, that's my Psyduck. It looks so derpy, I love it. Yeah. I'm immediately noticing I got the eye shape kind of wrong, as well as the little strands of hair. They were supposed to be, like, straight. But then again, y'all know I can't do straight things, so I'm not sure if I should take points off for that. A maximum of 2 brain cells? It has a maximum of 0 brain cells. Do you think this guy has any brain cells? Or, no. He actually has to have 1 brain cell in order to be capable of having a headache. So yeah, we'll just go with that. What do we rate it out of 10? I think I'm gonna rate it a 9 out of 10. Because the eye shape and the hair are such minor details. There we go. A 20 out of 10 already. The derp is stronger than the candidate design. It's what they wanted Psyduck to be. Yeah, no, this Psyduck is definitely derp to the maximum. I'm gonna decrease the size of Raichu real fast. Oh! Oh no! I shrunk your line art! Oh no! Captures the energy? Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. Alright. Aiden, this next one is for you. I have no idea if I'm gonna get this right or fail horribly, so yay! Let me just move these guys all to the side. I'm still salty at the one of you that required me to draw Hisui and Voltorb. That's like a 9? Yeah. Okay. Persian, Floriato, and Toxel. Okay. Anybody have any more suggestions that I can add to the queue? I'd appreciate it. Okay. Alright, so let's do Tepig. I think I should know this one pretty easily by now, yeah? Like, it's my boyfriend's favorite Pokemon. I've had to draw it multiple times. I shrank your line art. That's my attack. Yep, pretty much. So we have the nose. Whoa, did you just send a message with nothing in it? I don't see a message. Am I supposed to be seeing a message, or did you send nothing deliberate? Oh, it's bacon. Okay. Bacon. Ay, 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 Kitsune. Draw a rock. I mean, I'm down to have a rock-type Pokemon. I was the one responsible for that. The funny plush doll ghost I request. You mean Banette? Okay, hang on a second. So no starters, please? I'll do one of them. Let's do Turtwig. Actually, no. We already have 2 grass starters on this list. I'm gonna do Piplup. Alright, so Piplup. We also have Banette. Man, this is a lot. Joltik would be interesting. I'm not sure I fully remember that one, but I'll give it my best shot. So Tepig. If I mess this one up, I will be shamed. Forever. This is no good. I think the eye was around this size? Yeah. And of course we have the line for the brown here. We have the little flame design here. I think that was yellow. We have this little thing. This is the best one. Oh boy. Now you put in a lot of pressure on me. Okay. Let's do this. Look at our little Tepig buddy. He's so cute already. I think that's just due to the big pupils, though. Okay. And now suddenly I'm not remembering how to draw the little hooves. No, they didn't have that kind of hoof design. They had kind of like this. Yeah, this looks a touch more correct, I think. Now I'm just realizing it has a big head. A very big head. It is going to fall over. Let's fix that real quick. There we go. This is turning out so weird already. Then it has something like this. I think I should also do a stream where I draw characters from other franchises I like from memory. They have to have, like, fairly simple designs, though, or else I won't be able to capture them to their fullest, I think. You had these two little hooves on the front two legs, I think. That someone doesn't know. Yep. Oh, man. Okay, we have little curly tails. There we go. Big eyes are like that blush short you did? Oh, absolutely. By a factor of 10 times. There we go. We have the little ball on the end of the tail. There we go. No, wait. I was doing that all on the color layer. It's not too late. I can still save it. I can still save it. There we go. Perch that. Is stream buffering for anybody else? Yeah, I'm sorry. My internet is kind of dog water, it seems. I'm also thinking I should probably shrink the head just a little bit to make it fit in better with the body. Yeah, it is for me. I'm sorry. I think the nose should be a little bit shorter. We ignore the occasional circle of panic. Yeah. After I finish drawing Tepig, I'm going to do one thing that I think might make my internet better. But we'll see. There we go. Streamlabs will not win this one. You're not going to get away with this. Okay. The tail's a bit too long as well. Let me see if this orange is correct. Yeah, I think that looks mostly right. Chaos, chaos! A true and neo-chaos. Okay, yeah, I immediately got that color right. There we go. That orange is correct. Add that in. Just do slightly desaturated nose and the ball on the end right here. Jevil, who let you out of prison? Myself. Because why not? I thought it'd be funny. Boy. Jevil's such a goober. I love Jevil very much. Okay. I think that's a pretty accurate Tepig. Wow. Then again, if I didn't get this right after I've been drawing Tepig for a while, I don't know what I would do with myself. Shrink the body and just make it a bobblehead. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna include it in the final art, but I just want to see what would happen. I'm also noticing the inner eye is, like, slightly too big. No, we need to go even more bobblehead. It's so stupid. There we go. Is it cuter now? The body has been reduced to a handful of pixels. Is this cute enough for you? I have something terrifying to tell you. Oh boy, what is it? I'm gonna shrink this just real quick. Wow. And then let me just fill the rest of this in. Yeah, that's definitely looking a little bit more correct now. Except for, what? What? Okay, that looks slightly incorrect, so I'm gonna fix that. Just really quick. The chunk bacon and give this little bean all the citrus and lepa berries. Yes. It's so cute. It's so cute it hurts. Hang on a minute. Where's my Discord? Here's our little Tepig. He's so cute. White Flare Tepig card. The art is so cute, isn't it? Okay. I will look at that once I'm done with this. There we go. Add like slight reflection on the tail. And now Discord isn't launching. That's great. So, Tepig. Yeah. Yeah, that is most certainly a Tepig. I got that one right. The orange was like ever so slightly more yellow. Tail should have been smaller. But otherwise, I'd call that pretty accurate. Especially since I remembered like the color patterns and everything. Yeah, that's what you get if you touch a Tepig's tail. The dogs with the giant heads from the 2000s? Yup. What do we rate the Tepig out of 10, chat? Okay. Look at that. Is a Tepig. What do we rate the Tepig out of 10? I'm curious. I've been 30 seconds behind. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Like the deer from Deltarune. Hang on a second. What? Why can't I unlock my phone? Okay. I low-key want to get Aiden on stream, but nah. Okay. Alright, I'd say that's like a 9 out of 10. Or like a 9.5. I did pretty good with that. Okay. So next up, we have Persian. Oh, I'm not sure I'm gonna get this one mostly correct. I'm gonna try. I'm sure as hell gonna try. Wait, why did they set my color to sketch color? No, it's supposed to be line art color. I say a 10? Yeah. That's pretty good. There was just like slight proportion differences. Okay. So Persian. You know what? Screw it. I'm sketching this out because I don't think I can get the body exactly right on the first try. So let me just sketch this. Head could be fatter, but it's still a precious thing. Yeah. It went on the same diet that Pikachu did. Accounting for your own art style 10? Yeah. Okay, so multiple 10s across the board. Yeah, wow, that's pretty good. Okay. It doesn't have as fat a head as an Alolan Persian. So I'm gonna shrink that down real quick. You should read the terrifying information. I don't see the terrifying information on my screen, unfortunately. So I will not know the terrifying information unless YouTube shows it to me. Without memeing about the bacon, it do be a 10? Oh my gosh. I'm not drawing it as a literal piece of bacon. No, 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 no. Okay. It has like a crafty smile. How am I a minute behind? I don't know, but apparently YouTube or my internet does not like me. So we have evil little eyes. We have the power gem on the head. Tepig takes a Symphonic. Yep, pretty much. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that for y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, This cat is supposed to be sleeker, is it not? It's also supposed to have the whiskers. Oh, I just remembered the member emotes that I said. I put the honk and the bonk and the sable eye reverse in it. I quite like that. Did it have the angry-ish eyes? Also, it's kind of hard to see the sketch, so I'm gonna... There we go. Now I can see it a bit more. Okay, so the immediate first thing I'm realizing is that the head should be bigger. There we go. Something like this. And it had fangs, if I remember correctly. I want to say the angry eyes are like slightly this shaped. Or were they more like this? I think they were. Okay, yeah, that definitely looks Persian-like, so I think I'm onto something. It also should have, I think, a little bit slimmer. Yeah, normal Persian is pretty slim. So let's do something more like this. And then, of course, we have the digitigrade, I think is how you call it, limbs. I don't remember how to draw specifically cat. I think that looks pretty good. If you drew Tepig as literal bacon, it would need to be burnt and on fire. Yeah. Absolutely. It had like a kind of like a swirly on the end of its tail. There we go. Perfect. I swear if YouTube hides it again. In Cult of the Lamb Woolhaven, there's a lamb soul with the name Sariel. Swap the first two letters in it. Oh, Azrael. I wouldn't say that's terrifying information. Just, yeah. There we go. I think the muzzle is protruding out a bit too much. Yeah, that looks a bit more correct. At least in my eyes. Okay. We have... Yeah, YouTube, very weird. Okay, I think that cat paw looked pretty good, so I'm gonna try to replicate my own. Although I need to give it enough paw pad to stand on. There we go. If you stretch it, it looks like it's sniffing. Yeah. It does look like that. I'm gonna make the body slightly bigger, because it looks like the head's too big. I don't want the bobblehead problem again. There we go. Did it have a belly color? I'm not remembering. ¿Qué estoy haciendo con mi vida? I'm gonna try doing the limp wrist, I think, for this. The point of view on that is not quite right. Hang on, let me try redrawing that. That I think looks a bit more menacing. Something like this, maybe? Okay, that needs to be bigger. My comments on videos get teleported to unrelated videos half of the time. Thanks, YouTube! We love that you're vibe coding your platform, which has worked just fine. It's so great. And then we're just gonna draw basically a duplicate of that leg. Bam. The Persian from my first Leaf Green playthrough that clutched the fight against Blue on 5 health. Hell yeah, we love that Persian. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Okay, definitely needed to sketch this out. YouTube is so great and not broken at all. I love that. We love it. That ear should be like more like this. Yep. We love YouTube. Okay. I also think the nose should be a bit smaller. Why does it have the eyes of a ghastly? I'm just now realizing that. Okay. Gonna make that the line art now. I definitely needed that time to sketch. There we go. I think that looks pretty Persian-like. Persian can learn Zap Cannon? What? Why can Persian learn Zap Cannon? Then again, normal types were always known for learning pretty wonky movesets in Gen 1. Like Snorlax and Hyper Beam and... Oh my goodness, there's just so many things that they can learn. Oh, and I think Tauros can learn Surf. Am I wrong? I might be, but yeah. We love normal type learn sets from Generation 1. They could just learn so much random unrelated stuff. And the image of them trying to do that is so funny. Holy. Also, if you're enjoying this, please consider joining my community on Discord. Thank you, Streamlabs, for posting that link. Should be a bit more sleek than this, I think. I need to decrease... Yeah, like that. We have a digitigrade limb, like this. That's a bit too angular, actually. Hang on. Let me fix. I need to fix my problems. I've got one less problem. And then we need the face. Okay, so we have big ears. Just like this. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why YouTube does that sometimes. YouTube is a little bit scuffed. Makes sense, because cattle swim. Yeah, they do. But the mental image is just funny, in my humble opinion. I'm absorbing Nyssa's life energy. No, I'm dead. I'm dead. You took too much. Okay. Was the gem on the head always this big? I haven't done pixel art in months. I gotta lock in. Lock in, Florigato. I believe in you. Do some pixel art. Okay. Let's just have you staring directly at the camera, because why not? What do we think of Persian so far? I think it looks cute. And also like it's going to tear your face off cutely. There we go. We have the whiskers like this. I shall now explode and actually do my dang homework. Have fun with your dang homework. Thank you for being here. There we go. Any suggestions? Preferably a weapon or item? Make a spear. Make a spear, because why not? Okay, no, there should be a line there, I think. Okay. I'm gonna steal this color. Yeah, homework time, you got this. Okay, yeah, that color's perfect for Persian. There we go. I think this looks pretty right. I think the inside of its ears was like this pink color. And then the power gem on the forehead was kind of like this. Like this. Yeah, there we go. Then I can do this and make it all shiny. I'll post it in the community tab when I'm done. Hey, looking forward to it. There we go. That's a Persian. Just gonna look at this. Okay. The first thing I'm noticing at this is that this front limb is a bit too fat. So I'm gonna fix that. At least compared to the rest of the limbs. There we go. Let me just erase this portion of it. There we go. Look at that. Okay. Although the rest of the body looks a bit too blank. And I'm wondering if this is just me doing character design analysis on the fly, or if it's me just misremembering. Okay, no. I don't think there are any markings. It's just supposed to be a kitty. Okay. Let me see. Google Images. Persian Pokemon. Oh, no, I don't want to save the image as. Okay. Yeah, that's literally it. Yeah. Now, where'd I put my image? It's right here. Okay. Another proportion problem. Okay. So my differences, the whiskers, those are issues. Yep, literally just a cat. So the whiskers I'm noticing, I got the inside ear color wrong. The eyes are supposed to be red. But otherwise, yeah, that's literally just a cat. I will say I do think I made the body a bit too fat, but otherwise, I'd rate this a 6 out of 10 personally. You made it shiny? Wait, what do you mean I made it? Hold on. Persian, Pokemon, shiny. What does shiny Persian look like? Bro. Show me an image of Persian shiny. Literally just show me an image of the shiny version. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, I literally did make it shiny. I'm gonna pull over the normal versus shiny comparison. The inside of the ears is literally the only change. Are you kidding me? Well, the body color is a bit too orange for it to be properly shiny, but yeah, no, I misremembered and I thought the shiny was the regular. Okay, I'm gonna call that a 6 out of 10. Solid, but it needs some work. Okay. So wait, whoa, okay, no, don't do that. Don't move all my line art into the sun. Because that's no good. Okay. Oh boy, next up is Florigato. I don't remember the later gen Pokemon as much, so I think I'm gonna need a sketch layer for this. Hang on a second. Oh, what does Weedcat look like again? I'm trying to remember, but I'm forgetting. Oh no. Help. Please help. What does a Florigato look like again? OMG, Flora, look, it's you. Yeah. Here we go. Oh dear. I'm gonna decrease the size of this later. I just want to get like a general overview of the head shape. So we have Kitty. It of course should have the mask like this. Use my profile picture if needed. It looks like a couple blobs of pixels. So I don't think it's going to be very useful. But it helped me get the shape of the mask right, actually. So at least that's what's going on. And I think it's just an eye mask, so let me just do this. The ears should poke out a little bit more from the head, I think. There we go. All I remember about this guy is that he just kind of looks like Joker from Persona 5. You know what? I'm just going to copy the other eye over because I don't feel like drawing it again. Let's flip that around. There we go. It's a perfect looking middle stage. Yeah, it does look pretty good. So of course we have the stereotypical cat mouth. By the way, what you want material... What do you want as far as spear material? Do you like an iron spear? Just a standard, you know, pretty shiny spear. There we go. I think it had a little, like, candy rose thing around this area. I think so. How do I draw things? I think the body had this relative shape, and then it's bipedal. Game Freak absolutely did not want this little guy to stand on 4 legs anymore. Still works as a standalone guy. Oh god. I'm misremembering things already, aren't I? Okay. I already have a decent reference for cat paw in the Persian. There we go. That leg looks slightly broken, so I'm gonna fix that. I have no idea if I'm butchering this. Help. Did it? Now I'm not remembering if Florigato has a tail. Does Florigato have a tail? I don't remember. Ayúdame. What am I doing? I can tell this is already going so badly. I think it also had, like, tips on its ears. There we go. Oh, wait, and it needs the little weed cat whiskers. The flower looked kind of like this. Okay, weed cat whiskers. Okay, that immediately makes it look 10 times better, I think. Although, did weed cat have 2 or 3? I'm gonna say 3. That looks a bit more correct. Yeah. Now we're starting to cook. Although this super shapely leg is looking weird. Logic says yes to get to tail, but my own memory is like, yeah, I think this is an exercise in memory for all of us. Okay, yeah. Making them look a bit more square is definitely the play. And then it had, like, little paws like this. And I don't feel like drawing the foreshortening of its hand, because I remember it had its hand, like, up in the official art. Look at this little guy. He's just a little guy. I think it had color at the end of its limbs. Although, yeah, there we go. Just something like that. I also remember it had something here, but I don't remember what it was. A big detail you're missing. Okay. Florigato is kind of sealed into my memory. Yeah. Okay. All right. So yes to tail. I think it looks something like this. That looks kind of reptilian, so I'm going to do the same thing I did with Persian's tail. I don't remember Florigato's tail that much. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think it had like a big bit of fluff on its chest. Something like this. You said the area right? Wait, hold on. What did I say correctly? I don't remember what I said. Not looking too bad. Yeah. There we go. I immediately notice I need to fix this ear. Just rotate it slightly. There we go. That looks pretty good, I think. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting things, and I don't like it. The belly slash chest needs a detail? What detail is it? I don't know. I'll probably remember when I'm doing the line art. So you gotta put something there? Okay. Alright. I'll remember that. Okay. Just let me make my pen smaller and then we can get to drawing. Okay. So we've got the 3-pronged whiskers, just like this. Yeah, this is looking mostly correct to me. I probably got the shape of the mask slightly wrong. But I think we're alright. Let me make this a touch smaller. There we go. You already got to doing something there on your own in the end? Okay. Good, good, good. Shoo-choo-choo-choo-choo. Alright, we have the kitty ears. Perfect. This tail doesn't look right, though. What am I missing with the tail? Is it supposed to have, like, something at the end of it? I don't remember. Help. It's better you get something than nothing, IMO. Yeah. There we go. We have little leaves on its rose. Just like that. Do you need any help? Honestly, I think I've mostly got this. Mostly. Just give me a general hint about an area that needs a change. And I may change it. We'll see. There we go. Yeah, the blocky legs were definitely the play. The other ones looked so weird. Oh my gosh. There we go. In terms of memory, you're pretty much there? Yeah, okay. I think it's just minor details that need correction now. The whole fun is seeing what you do remember? Yeah. The whole fun of it is, like, not getting too many hints from chat. Because I think if I did, then I'd just, you know, get it correct instantly. But, you know, I don't want to do that. I want to mess up and see how I messed up. Okay. Was its tail like Incineroar's? I think it had, like, the poofed out tail, kind of like this. Yeah, this is looking correct. Okay. There we go. I think that should be a bit more up. And then colors. Colors, colors, colors. I don't know what to do for colors. Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't overwrite my memory. Don't read this if you don't need the help, but the tail is almost the same as Sprigatito? I don't remember Sprigatito having that big of a tail. I think it had, like, a big, poofy, fox-like one. I think this tail looks mostly correct, at least from my own view. We'll see. I think... Now this got me worried. There we go. Get the little mask shape correct. Got this in here. Wait. Hang on, was it... Were the eyes in the rose pink or purple? Yeah, my tail is almost like a stalk of corn. There we go. I think... Okay, no, it wasn't like this. It was more of like a peppermint type pattern, wasn't it? Yeah. So something like... this. There we go. That looks correct. A little bit more correct anyways. Okay, now as far as colors, of course we have the lighter green of Sprigatito. Like a closed bulb? Yeah. I'm beginning to see that this is not necessarily correct. But, oh, what? Oh. Now I see where I messed up. I goofed. I done goofed. Let me actually grab Bulbasaur's. That doesn't look right. It should be a bit more yellow. There we go. And now I think it had like a pretty dark green on the ends right here. That green still looks a bit too colored for me. Hang on. There we go. Now that looks better. Looks minty? Yeah, no, I fixed that. I fixed that. Don't worry. Was this pink or purple? I'm not remembering. I'm gonna go a nice in-between. Just something... Whoa, that's far too saturated. No, 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 no. Wait a minute, that was the shiny version, wasn't it? I'm misremembering the shiny. I think there's a bush out here. Kind of goes like this. Just posted the spear in the community tab. Hey, I'll check that out once this is done. It also had a mid-tone green, didn't it? Hang on a minute. Let me just edit this. Yeah, I think it had a mid-tone green somewhere. So, like, between this... Whoa. No, 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 no. Wait, oops. So something like this. Except it was more saturated like that. Yeah. That looks decent, I guess. I don't know. That would have been the shiny more so with its eyes. Okay, so I got that right. It seems I did. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing on the tail like that. Yeah, now we're cooking. I think we're cooking. But what am I cooking? Are we ever going to let me in the kitchen again? This doesn't look right. I'm gonna modify this green. There we go. Now it's looking like 20% more. Oh wait, this should be the mid-tone. Yeah. That should be the mid-green. There we go. Where's the community tab? I'm pretty sure I have a YouTube community tab. Should I not? Do I not? I think there should also be like a blob of mid-green on here. Maybe the belly? That kind of looks right, but I have no idea if... I have no idea what's going on. I was looking on Discord, my bad. No, on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. In my community posts, I don't know. Oh, visit community. There we go. Hey, that's a pretty cool spear. Damn, the last time I posted something there was 6 months ago. Holy. Maybe I should take more advantage of my community posts. I'm also going to add a little bit of mid-green to up here. There we go. I think that's my Florigato. Okay, let's see. So, Florigato, drumroll please, and oh my god. I kinda got that right. Kinda. You could tell it's a Florigato. You can tell it's a Florigato. But, like, some of it is a little wonk. I can say that green was definitely a bit too dark. I was close. Oh, wait, this didn't have the little flowers on it. Okay. Oops. Oh, and, okay, the whiskers look a little weird. There's supposed to be, like, a leaf branching off one of the arms. I kind of remember this. The body should have been a bit taller. The tail was... the tail was definitely, like, completely off. I just didn't remember what a Florigato's tail looks like. Yeah, as well as the little, like, poofs out, on the arms, I didn't do. 1 sec, getting new PFP? Okay. But yeah, my Florigato is pretty cute. You can identify it as a Florigato, but I definitely got some major details wrong. I'm gonna give myself like a 5 out of 10 on that one, I think. Yeah. Okay, Toxel. Oh, this one's gonna be painful for me, I can tell. Because that one more so relies on a variance of shapes than colors. And I don't remember the exact shapes of Toxel. 6 out of 10, which how much you struggled, but you got 2 key details? Yeah. Okay. So let's delete my sketch layer. Yeah, remember the mask shape and stuff? 6 out of 10 for accuracy, 9 out of 10 for cute? Yeah. I'd say that's pretty good. Okay, Toxel. I think it has... It's been changed? Hey! Very cool. That is very cool. I love that. It more... The tail can just be dismissed as like a minor variance. Okay. I think it had like little stubby horns, although they were a bit fatter. So kind of like this. It kind of has that cat head shape. Like this. And then I think it had the little lightning bolt down like this. I can say I remember the eye shape with great certainty. Just a bit of the Persian on the left. Yeah. Okay. This is like a regional Florigato? Yeah. There we go. That looks too much like a cat. I think it had as well... Yeah, that looks correct for the head shape. Needs to have this as well. It isn't depressed enough. Hang on a minute. I need to make this Toxel more depressed. Sorry, Kyle. You're becoming more depressed now. And it... Yeah, okay. There we go. Just remember Larry from Pokemon. There's something like this. This is looking so stupid so far. And then it had a kind of that cat sitting on its hind legs type of energy. Well, that was a new one? What do you mean that was a new one? Okay. This is just like a baby cat. Except it's supposed to be more of a lizard, I think. I think it had like a light-colored belly right around here. It had a tail like this. There we go. Wait. That mouth does not look correct. I know it had a tongue sticking out, but I don't remember anything other than that. It should also be like slightly like this. Yeah, it should have chubbier cheeks, I think. When the front legs go between the back legs, that's called blunging. Interesting. I didn't know that. These look like slightly uneven, so I'm gonna fix this. Okay. Yeah, I think the tongue was just, like, sticking out from... The mouth is, like, on the bottom of the head. Yeah, I think that looks about like a toxel. That's about right. I remember it had, like, paw pads on the end of here. There we go. Okay. There we go. I think this looks pretty good. Kyle, what are your thoughts on this so far, if you're still here, bud? There is one thing so far that doesn't look quite right to me, and I think that's the head marking, but I'm not sure what else it could be. Huh. I don't know what's going on. Help. This Toxel is an absolute baby. Oh goodness. A younger girl was worried about walking in the dark and came to my door with the world's worst light I've ever seen. So I'm not gonna make a young person walk alone in the dark. I went with her. I was worried at first because she said early today her mom was sick, so I thought I was gonna call 911. Okay. And that's basically the whole thing? Okay. Look at this cute little Toxel. Don't you just want to pinch it? Okay. I know this probably isn't as accurate size-wise, but I'm still gonna make it just like this. Hey, Poison Manny, welcome on in. I'm drawing various Pokemon from memory. That's the stream. That's the tweet. Oops. No, I wanted the lasso tool. Let me just transform this slightly, so maybe I can fit something down there. I would say this thing about Toxel, but it gives away a design aspect. Yeah. I think I've got it mostly accurate. There's a neighbor who possibly stalked the younger girl as well, IDK, though. Yeah, definitely keep that kid safe. Keep the kid safe. Okay. Let's do this. I'm thinking these cheek things were possibly higher, but it looks more correct like this, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. Look at this depressed little baby. This baby is, like, has not been alive for very long and it's already done with life. Okay. Even if it wasn't a kid, I would do that for anyone? Yeah, exactly. I think this head thing is, like, literally the only indication on it that it's electric type. There we go. Just 3 details missing, but if you remember it this way, then so be it. Yeah. There we go. I think overall I'd give it like a 7 out of 10 so far, possibly. There we go. I'm definitely going to know how to draw these mons a little bit better after this stream. Okay. There we go. We have a little tail. We have little paws. I'm not sure they look so much like a cat. I don't know if that looks right. There's a detail that's a trope in Pokemon designs that you'll see later. Once I actually pull up the reference image. Okay, we'll see, we'll see. I want to say the two-arm thing, or the two-pad thing on here looks right. Okay. That looks like decent, I'd say. Are these supposed to be spikes? I don't remember. But it looks a little bit more angular like this. And Toxtricity is all about the angles. So you know what? I'm gonna keep the spikes, even if they may not necessarily be correct. There we go. Perhaps I should make them identical? That actually looks pretty right. Yeah, that looks good. Although I don't remember it being this spiky. There we go, we have the little paw pads like this. Okay, I can definitely tell that there's supposed to be a pupil inside of here. Okay, look at this Toxel. It is absolutely zonked out of its gourd. it's so ridiculous. Okay, let's steal that. Whoa, no. I think that's supposed to be darker. Yeah, the darker looks correct. There we go. Let me just fill this in real quick. And I think it was like a slightly lavender color for here. Yeah, that looks right. Wait, did it have... Hang on a minute. There we go. Nah, that looks right. Actually, wait. Shouldn't these be the same color? It shouldn't be... No. There we go. It shouldn't have been yellow. Should have been just like that. There we go. Okay, I think that's like an approximation of what a Toxel looks like. Look at this child. Can somebody tell me who this sassy lost child is? Okay. That looks too dark, I think. There we go. Okay. It looks like it had a bath and it's just like, never again, foul adult, shall you bathe me? It does look like that. Alright. So let's see what we missed. Hang on. I'm gonna fix that, actually. Just a quick little detail. It should be more like... Oops. Like, whoa. Let's decrease the size of our brush before we go and do that. That's no good. Okay. That's my Toxel. Let's see. Google Images. This one's really cute. Yeah, it's adorable. Toxel. Okay, yeah, wow. There was a lot that I got wrong. Holy. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Toxel, let's put that right here. Okay, yeah. So the lower half of the body was definitely supposed to be like a diaper shape. So the tail was not supposed to be that color. I can immediately tell I got this wrong. The little... I remembered it was like a lightning shape on the forehead, but I didn't remember like how much of it. Okay. I'm gonna add like slight lines for the 3D definition. There we go. Yeah, it looks like 10 times better. Yeah, some of those markings were supposed to be white, I think. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and it definitely didn't have the spikes. Your head shape's a lot cuter. It looks like a dino or a frog baby. Yes, it's so cute. I love this dog. Even though I got it horribly wrong. Well, yeah, that's my Toxel from memory. Yeah, no spikes. The lightning thing on the head. What are we rating this out of 10? Personally, I'd say it's like a 5 out of 10 for accuracy. I got the general head shape right, and body shape, and pose. But there was a few vital details that I missed. Alright, bye, Florigato. Yeah, okay. There's my Toxel. Smell you later. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to close this program. No, 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 no. 12 out of 10 for baby. Yep. Oh, man. There we go. Let me not cough my brains out. 7 out of 10 accuracy, 10 out of 10 cuteness. Yeah. I think that's pretty good. Okay, Piplup. It's another baby-esque Pokemon. Okay. Piplup. All of these have been, like, decently accurate so far. Which one would you guys say that I did the best, and which one is the worst so far? I'd say probably my worst one so far has been Charmander. But, like, I got the general shape right. Okay. Trying to remember. For accuracy, Ekans is the clear winner. Yeah, I'd say that's, like, as close to a 10 out of 10 as I can get, as well as Tepig. Like, those have been the best. Charmander needed some work. Let's just say that. Okay. So, Piplup. Delete that. So let's try doing a Piplup in this little space. So we have little penguin. Clearly has a circle-shaped head. And then it has a fatter body like that. Maybe, I think there was like a collar shape, like right around here, like a shirt collar. There we go. But yeah, clearly I need more education on what a Charmander looks like. Okay. Got our little head shape like this. As far as beak shape, I think it went kind of like that. There's also, something, it had like 3 markings on its head, I think. But I don't remember which color that was supposed to be. These eyes should be smaller, I think. And like slightly like this. Actually, no, maybe this is supposed to head down to the beak. Yeah, that's immediately looking a little bit more correct. And then because it was supposed, I think I remember it being like Dawn's design from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So I'm going to add these 2 little things right here. And then with these 2 little markings right here, it kind of looks like Mickey Mouse. Like they were trying to echo that shape in particular, I think. There we go. Erase that. There we go. That's kind of looking like a Piplup. Uh-huh. And then we have our little flaps. Were they this shape? Or were they like purely circular? I don't remember. Okay. Either way, I think this is fine enough for a sketch. Let's try working on the line art, and then we can work on color blocking and stuff. I'm gonna shrink Persian down slightly. Because that's kind of bugging me how big it is compared to the others. Let's move it like up here. You can definitely tell the difference between which one's an earlier gen and which one's a later gen Pokemon. Let's do that. Give Piplup a little bit more space to exist. Look at this little creature. I love this little creature. What do we think of Piplup so far? Maybe I should do another Sinnoh starter. Because after Piplup, I have Banette and Joltik. I don't know how accurate I'm gonna get Banette. I remember, like, the general shape of it, but I'm unsure. Do-do-do-do-do. I love the Plup. Yes, the Piplup is adorable. The Plup... This Piplup has 0 brain cells. Can I draw a perfect circle? Kind of. Whoa! No, don't move the rest of the line art. No! That's stupid. Okay. That, I think, is good for the shape of the head. Because I'm not going to get hung up on drawing a perfect circle. I've drawn and seen Banette too many times to not have its every aspect in mind. Okay. Well, we'll see what the Master of Banette's thinks. Okay. We'll see how accurate I get it, because I haven't drawn too much of Banette. Baby may have made its way to my profile picture on Discord. I gave credit in my Discord bio. Hey, nice. Thank you for giving credit. I appreciate it. There we go. We have its little face. That line should be matching the other. Hang on a second. There we go. That's good enough. Gotta drink more of my tea. Also, what do we think of the thumbnail? I'm gonna be honest, I did not have a thumbnail prepared in advance, so I just did that. Is this a Butterfree? Is this what a Butterfree is supposed to look like? Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna add a Butterfree to the queue, because why not? Okay. We have the 2 little dots on here. Oh gosh, now I'm debating which way... what shape are the feet? Huh. I'm gonna go with this, because it looks a bit more accurate, at least from my mind's image. There we go. It is meme quality gold. Yeah. Maybe I should put more memes as thumbnails. Oh, yeah. Whenever I do Deltarune next, you're really gonna like the thumbnail for that, I think. It's hilarious. Okay. So how does it look without the sketch? Okay. Let's try blocking out some of the colors on this. So I remember Piplup's head was like this color. Maybe a little bit more green than that. There we go, that looks right. And then we have the white little things here. There was supposed to be like a more cyan. Like this, yeah. I'm gonna steal this color from Raichu. There we go. You're getting to see a sneak peek of the inside of my brain. And oh boy, is it messy. Okay. There we go. This is supposed to be not as saturated, I think. There we go. And then the face like this. I'm missing something. Let me just grab this again. Is there supposed to be like 3 little things right here? I'm gonna try filling those in with color and see. No. That looks kind of right, but also not. I do remember, though, there is supposed to be... like something like this. I think would go good. Close-ish. Yeah. Or wait, no, it's supposed to be it's supposed to be jagged like Empoleon. Because it had the trident there. And this is supposed to be just like a little preview of that. Hang on. I'm getting this all wrong. It's like this. Yes! Okay. Now it looks correct. Oh. Yeah, that sure is a Piplup. Okay, let's see what actual Piplup looks like. I think I got it pretty close. Wait, is there supposed to be blue in the eyes? I don't remember. I'm gonna try it and see how that looks. No, I don't think there's supposed to be any blue in the eyes. They be cooking, yeah. A little trident / crown because it's a prince? Yep, exactly. Okay, so... Piplup. There was supposed to be blue in the eyes. Well, kind of. On here, there wasn't supposed to be. But I'm seeing in other art that there was supposed to be blue in the eyes. Hang on a second. Let me just get the official art image. Okay, yeah, so I definitely remember no blue in the eyes. Just like that. Oh, and I got the shape of the flippers wrong. So I'd say it's like a 9 out of 10. Then again, I think I also remembered, like, this being on the flaps too. Yeah, in the official render, there's some blue, but animating it, there's no blue. Well, yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate. I'd give it like a 9 out of 10, or like a 9.5. I'd say a 9. My plushie has blue eyes with black in the middle. It goes back and forth whether or not it does. Okay. Here we go. Look at the little Piplup. Okay. So now Bennett. Oh, dearie me, this is going to be a struggle. Why do I sound like an old lady? Oh, dearie me, this is going to be a struggle drawing this little plushie. I'd say it's spot on. Yeah. I didn't know I knew Piplup that well. Puppet time, yeah. Oh boy. Well, if I don't get this right, I'm gonna have one less subscriber, I think. Well, don't unsubscribe. That would be stupid. I mean, you do you, boo, but like, yeah. Okay, clearly I need to make my canvas bigger so that there's a bit more room for the Bennett. So let's... 5,000. Yeah. We'll do that, and then we'll expand it laterally if needed. But for now, I think I just need more space. They started getting a bit more accurate when I made sketches of them. I think the first one I made a sketch for was Persian. And that looked pretty good, I think. Okay. It had a head like this, I think. And then it had like a little star attached to the end. Oh, gosh. I'm forgetting this already. Right now it looks more like Starlo from Paper Mario. Bennett. If you did it at a different angle where you had the beak more showing its shape, a 3D effect, it could have been different. Yeah, it could have been. There we go. I'm gonna go for the Starlo shape head right now, but I'm going to fix it once I remember its actual head shape. I think there were, like, 3 spikes, I want to say. It had kind of a cat-like silhouette. It was a weird little Cheshire cat-like thing. There we go. And it had legs kind of like this. Although I think they should be a bit shorter and stubbier for like the cuteness / teddy bear factor. This is definitely some kids possessed teddy bear. Okay. So now we have, I think the zombie arms look kind of cool on Bennett. There we go. Or did it have claws on the end? Proportions are like words, they're kind of hard sometimes. Yeah, proportions are difficult. So let's go for like this. Then it had the little zipper mouth. Like this. Yeah. And then I think it had eyes like this. Although I think they were kind of like that. I want to say that looks correct. They had eye markings like Jevil. Now I'm not remembering if there's supposed to be a center spike. Okay. Let's do the zipper mouth first before I forget. Did Bennett have a tail? Or a belly color? I don't... I don't remember. No, the belly color doesn't look correct. I'm gonna delete it. I'm gonna give Bennett a little tail, because I think that looks correct. The eyes were pink. Wait, there was supposed to be a central spike on the head. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. Let me just fix this. Let me adjust the little cat spines. And then do the... Okay, yeah, that definitely looks like 1,000% more correct. One detail changed it all. And then there was supposed to be like a poof on the end here. Looks like if it was made in Gen 1. Yeah, it does kind of look like that. Or did it have 3 like the head? I'm gonna go ahead and say it had 3. I'm gonna make that hang down a bit more. Or maybe it should zigzag more. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Yeah. And then we have a little poof right here. Although I think Bennett's tail was a little larger. And this arm looks wrong, so I'm gonna adjust that. It should be extended more towards the viewer as like foreshortening. Like, kind of that. Okay, so it's official. Bennett is part of the Limp Wrist Club. There we go. Bennett, you're gay now. Wait, did Bennett always have the fat legs, or were they more like this? Did it have stubby little legs like this? No. These look right, I think. I'm gonna try putting some claws on them and see if that looks correct. No, that doesn't look right. Bennett was always gay, that's my favorite. Yeah. Okay. No, that's... yeah. Just kind of like this. And then they did have a tail similar to that? Or what? No, I'll just go with like the little reptile tail I had before. That looks good. Yeah! Okay. Now I remember. That was definitely right. Okay. Maybe I should just make Bennett Wave of Pride. Reconnection successful. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. I thought we were a goner there. Okay. It seems OBS hates me. Although if it did hate me, it would be dropping a lot more frames than it currently is. So I think we're currently okay. We're fine. Alright, let's keep drawing. Yeah, the little reptile tail is good. Okay. Type honk in chat if you can hear me, please. Wait. Yeah, the zipper was on this side, wasn't it? Huh. Honk, yep. Okay, good. Glad you can hear me. I think it should have a little neck. Honk, connection better now. Okay, good. Sorry about the internet problems again. We love to see it when things go incorrectly. I'm gonna adjust my sketch a bit more before moving on to the line art. It should have a little neck like this. I'm tempted to add stitches to it, but that would reduce the accuracy. It would just kind of be my own fan design at this point. this arm keeps bugging me. I'm gonna erase the tail temporarily. I know that the tail's still supposed to be there. It's just supposed to be hidden more behind this hand, I think. Look at Spooky Boy! It's perfect. 10 out of 10, no notes. But then again, I do have a bit of a bias for ghost types. Because I like Mimikyu. So let's add our tail behind here. Or actually, no, that should be further up on the body. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. How am I doing so far for accuracy, chat? I'm curious as to what you think. Gonna increase my line art brush size a little bit. As a #1 Bennett fan, I approve of this. Yeah. This looks pretty good. Lots of inaccuracies, but it has the heart and soul of it. Yeah. I know there are some design inaccuracies, but I don't remember where they are because, again, I'm drawing this from memory. I'm trying my best. Okay. Okay. And then it had a poof like this. And a poof like this. Take me to the time I know you. Listen and give, I'll show you. I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. I got the moves like Jagger. At least I can remember melodies pretty well. Music memory is pretty good. I'm trying to remember things. Okay. Alright, you little Cheshire cat looking motherfucker. Let me draw your mouth. There we go. Yeah, I think definitely on the little details, I got it wrong. But, yeah. This is the best I can do for right now. I'm not gonna obsess too much over it. Okay. Was the eye shape always like this? Or... Did it go like this? Did it have lashes? I'm gonna try putting lashes on there. It has the basic soul. It has the energy of it. I see now why it looks kind of funky. I'm drawing this from memory, Uni. It has the lashes like this. And then like that. I think it had only one. I could be wrong. It had only one at first. Like, hang on. Let me show you just the sketch. I initially had it like this. But yeah. I'm trying my best. I think this is just my variant of a minute. Apple Mobile YouTube chat covers the important stuff. Aye. And then you had the eyes like this. I'm gonna add the little highlight before I forget. Just like that. Okay. Whoa, no. I want to hide that. And then let's do the little zipper mouth. Only shoes. That's not the word exactly reversed. I think you messed up, Uni. There we go. And then we got the little poof on the end right here. Wait. No, zippers on the head is Mega Banette. Okay. I was misremembering things. English is hard and my fat thumbs aren't good for this small-ass keyboard. Aye. You know what? English is difficult. I'll give you a pass, Uni. Okay. We have your legs like this. Yep. I think I got the legs right. I can't remember if they had the triangles on it as well, but probably not. Okay. There we go. You say that when my job is teaching English to second language English kids. English is hard. English is a very difficult language to learn, so no trouble. Okay. Now I gotta draw the little poof on the head. I'm probably misremembering the general shape of this. Wait a minute. No, the zipper was supposed to be on the other side of the face. I'm gonna fix that real quick. Hang on. Let me just finish this. I'm just realizing the zipper's on the other side of the face. Hang on a minute. To, like, balance out the poof on the end. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're all good. I'm a native English speaker and I fuck up all the time too. So do I. Just flip the image. There we go. Let me just fix this. There we go. Uni, do you have any suggestions as to what Pokemon I should draw from memory? I'd appreciate some suggestions, since I think the next one we have to do is Joltik. There we go. Oh boy, big wishy-washy just to be... Oh my gosh. Big wishy-washy? Are you... You've got to be kidding me. Bro. How am I gonna be able to remember that? Draw each individual wishy-washy for accuracy? I'm not doing that. No! Absolutely not. I think it was called wishy-washy. Let's do solo and school form. We'll do both, because why not? Yeah, okay. The Bennett, it had the zipper on the other side of its mouth. The ability schooling, yeah. Now, how does this look? Obviously needs the tail. But other than that, I say pretty good. Okay, let's grab that. Superior, because favoritism. Oh dear, Superior has a lot of details that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to remember all accurate. Whoops, whoopsie daisy. Okay. It had like kind of a yellow-toned gray. Although I think that's a bit too dark. Let me just adjust that. And then you had the little pink eyes. I think you had 2 different shades of pink in your eyes, too. Like, there was some of a lighter pink near the center. Yeah! This is why people never ask me to draw what to draw? Okay, yeah, because you're an evil little shit. I see. I see now. That's supposed to be a bit more green. And I think, like, that? Now those eyes are looking a bit too saturated. Hang on. I'm gonna mess with the colors. Let me make it darker and like that. Yeah! Now this is looking proper. Okay. And we have a little poof on the end of the head. There we go. That's good. Okay. Is there a place I can post my vignette in the Discord? All the art. There's a channel called All the Art. Just for my own sanity, I'm gonna darken the end of it. Just because. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Although I'm not giving all of these shading. There we go. What do we think of this manette? I think that looks good. I need to make it slightly smaller. Okay. Doo-doo-doo. Okay, Bennett, you are now sentenced to being small. I love it. Yeah, it's cute. There we go. Okay, so let me look at actual Bennett and see what I did wrong. So, Bennett. I have caps lock on. Oh no. Okay. Well, now I see one major mess up. The honk lady is angry because I forgot to change my expression because I wasn't looking at OBS. Okay. So, Bennett, there's no details on the zipper, and the poof, the yellow thing was supposed to be the tail, not the head. Christ on a bike. And the eye shape is, like, completely wrong, too. Okay. For my own sanity, I'm just going to adjust this color a little bit. There we go. Ah, man. Yeah. Definitely messed up on that. But otherwise, it still has the basic heart and soul of a Bennett. It's Bennett-shaped. It's friend-shaped. I'd say this is like a 6 out of 10 on accuracy. But what do you think about the vibes of this Bennett? Does this Bennett pass the vibe check? Alright. So after... Whoa! No. So after Bennett, we have Joltik. Very much Bennett vibes, yeah? Okay, good. Yeah, the vibes are there. So over here, we shall draw a little Joltik. And it shall be a little creature. Okay. So, how do I draw a Joltik again? It's literally just a fluffy 4-legged spider, I think. It does have 6 legs, right? Or wait, no, 4? No, it has 4. Okay. So, first things first, we gotta get the face right. It has little eyes up here. It's literally just a tick. Just a ball of fluffiness. There we go. This thing is basically a tribble, honestly. Although I think the ends of this could be fluffy, if I remember correctly. There we go. I want a Joltik taser. Yes. A Joltik taser. I don't know why I find that so funny, but I do. I know this is definitely inaccurate, but I love this so much. Yes. I need to make this actually good. Oh gosh. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, so a little bit of fluff like right here. Yes, to the tiny king, all hail the king. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so interested to see the actual Joltik after this. Because, holy shit. Why is this so funny to me? I don't know. Help me. I think I may be too insane. Here we go. Okay, that other leg is just beginning to look like something else, so I'm just gonna hide it behind there. Is it normal to cough when I feel lightheaded? Yeah, I guess so. Gosh, I'm feeling a little lightheaded from laughing so much. Oh no. Look at this perfect creature. I never thought that I would be saying that about the pre-evolution to a spider Pokemon, but here we are. Okay. Evil Fluffball! He got a little beard! Yeah, pretty much. Although Although I think this mouth thing should be bigger. I'm too stubborn to go to the Dr. Women. The Dr. Women? What? Oh. Okay, that was a typo, I think. This needs to be moved. I'm too stubborn to go to the doctor. Meg. Oh, okay. Meh. Oh, okay. So you're not talking to Mama Wolf, Meg, and Chad, because I don't see their chats at all. Behold the beauty of this. I can't handle this. Okay. Just put the little eyes on here. Okay, now it's starting to look a little bit more Joltik-like. And I think the legs are supposed to be jutting out a bit more from the body. Now that I'm, like, thinking about this a little more difficult, a little bit more. How does autocorrect think meh is women? I don't know. I'm scared of your autocorrect, Uni. Okay, so let's do this. And then, of course, we have this leg, whoops, jutting out from the body like this. Woman. I guess so? I guess that was autocorrect's logic. Or maybe autocorrect thinks women are meh, which is absolutely not the case. It should have, like, a more pronounced back section, should it not? I guess that was autocorrect's thought process. So just do something like this. Okay, yeah, that's what was wrong with it. Okay. So the only thing I can see now is that this front leg is a bit too big. Okay, this is slightly less funny, but I think this is what a Joltik is supposed to look like. What do we think of Joltik from memory? How many more Mons you making? I don't know. Maybe like 1 or 2 more, I think. Well, actually, I'm sorry, Uni. Can you pick something else other than wishy-washy, please? Because that has 2 forms. Oh. Okay. So, Joltik. Let me just do stabilizer. I think, yeah, the legs are supposed to look a bit fluffier. Like this. Yes. There we go. You know what? No, it was supposed to be like this, wasn't it? Just like this? No, it was fluffy. I'm fighting a war against my own brain and I'm losing, even though I am my own brain. This is just a whole mood. I love myself. Okay. We got the big eyes. Of course, of course. Oh yeah, also this is what my Tepig look like. I'd say it's pretty accurate, no? I think the only thing is the tail should be a bit smaller. But I think that's just a proportion skill issue, because I remembered like all the markings and stuff. I have several skill issues. There we go. I have to draw my choke now? Okay, okay. Good luck with that, Uni. We got its little owo face. Mm-hmm. You should ask her what I asked her to draw next. Oh gosh. He asked me to draw wishy-washy school form. I'm definitely messing that one up, because I don't remember what wishy-washy school looks like. All I know is it's a big navy fish. Did it have stuff in the center? Yes, it did. Okay. Okay. Let's grab this color. Yeah, no, he asked me to draw wishy freaking washy. Okay. color looked like that, and then that blue was like, I think around this? No, a bit greener, I think. There we go. Bam. Yeah, I think that looks about as much like a Joltik as I can get it. Look at this evil fluff ball. Oh, MG, I was gone for you drawing Piplup. He looks so cute. Yeah! It's very cute. I got the shape of the flaps wrong, but otherwise it was pretty accurate. Big meaty fish. Yep. Pretty much uni. Let me just shrink this down a little so I can be a little bit more lore accurate. Look at this. This is absolutely what a Joltik looks like. It's just a couple pixels. What? Yeah, there we go. Just nestle it, like, right in here. I was doing SpongeBob, but sure, okay. Poofy Jumpa, okay. Let's see how this looks. Okay, do-do-do-do-do, Google Images, Joltik. Okay. I got it pretty good. I think I just flanderized the big eyes. I exaggerated that a bit too much, because that was the main thing I remembered about it. Alright. Oh, and I forgot the other leg over here. Oh well, we'll just say the fluff covers it. Okay. I'd say that's, like, fairly accurate. Yeah. Alright. So, big wishy-washy. I'm only gonna do solo, or, school wishy-washy. Not the solo form. Or maybe I do? I don't know. I'm thinking. Okay. Delete that. Yeah, I think a big wishy-washy school could go, like, right here. That is the definition of being lazy as an artist. It looks close enough. Yeah. Okay. So wishy-washy school form is gonna go over here. I'm gonna shrink Piplup slightly. There we go. You are now shrunk. Honey, I shrunk the kids. Okay, so I'm gonna put the little fish down here. Big fish right here. And then something right there. What Pokemon should go in this hole in the canvas? There's also a hole right here that could be filled. I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm gonna get to drawing wishy-washy and not be wishy-washy about it. I also need to shrink Banette slightly. Hang on. Sorry, Banette, you're getting shrunk. Okay, get shrunken, idiot. There we go. I'd put that Joltik in my overall pouch pocket. Yeah. Okay. Oh gosh. I don't know how to draw fish. So wishy-washy, I think, looks like this. There's the dorsal fin up here. And then it feels like I'm dying every time I cough. Don't die, please. That would not be good. Wait, no, it was like this, I think, yeah. And then we have the two fins like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it had like a fishbone motif on its design. Like, kind of like this? Or maybe it was just scales. I don't know. Either way, fish. It is fish. I don't know what else to draw for fish other than fish. No, it was like this, and then it was just... Oh, no, it was just a squiggly line, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. Just add that here. And then big fish. Okay. I know it had like a gradient going down its body, kind of like that, of just various blues getting darker. Yeah, Uni, you are evil. You should be studied under a microscope. I think that little fish looks pretty accurate. So wishy-washy big guy. It had like the big mouth. Hear me out, Araquanid, hunting the small wishy-washy instead. I would do that, except I don't want to draw a spider right now. You're welcome. Sigh. It had a little fish as the eye, I think. Just like that. And then I think maybe something right here. You're making me doubt myself. It made me Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon lore accurate. Ay. And then I think it had big fin up here. This is probably horrible so far. If I'm remembering correctly, it was like a big shark. Yeah, it was kind of like that. I'm gonna add like 500 pixels to the bottom of the canvas, just so I can better do this without worrying about how it fits. Yo, is that iron lung? Does this look like it's made of metal to you? I don't think it does. Then it had like the big fin right here. This is giving more Guzzlord energy than fish. Wait, didn't it have... It had like the little fish tails going out right here. Oh gosh. Uni, I hope you know that you're pure evil. And then they kind of like converged into one fish eye, kind of like that. It was like some eldritch abomination fish. It would be if Pokestar Studios made it to a Lola, yeah. Oh wait, this had 2 peaks, didn't it? Yeah. I'm Chaos Incarnate. That's my job. Get out of here. Evil Kyogre be like, yeah, absolutely. So the fin goes like this, I think. They're 4 a.m., probably. Where does this fin go? Okay, I'm gonna draw it without the big fin. Like right back here. Freaking wishy-washy, man. Giant chaos snake now? I might be. Except for the fact that I'm a duck. And then it had like a 3-pronged tail, I think. Okay, and then the gradient going back here. Just like this, aka Apophis from ancient Egypt. I don't think you want to piss off Apophis. That sounds like a horrible life decision. It went like this. And then, of course, there were these dots inside here. And there were dots here, here, and here as well. And there were a bunch of little dots, like, in the mouth. But I'm not going to do that much. I can't be the Agent of Fire because that's Sammy. Yep. Okay. There we go. Then we have that. Okay. 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 That's what I'm doing. Wait, oops. Agent of T is Galen, yes. He is absolutely the Agent of T. Agent T! Yep. That's honestly pretty good, yeah. I'm trying to remember things. Okay. Let me make big guy bigger, and then make small guy smaller. I'm the agent of my... No. Nope. 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 No. You aren't gonna get me. You aren't gonna get me, Uni. Get out of here. Okay. Alright, line art. Uni, how dare you try to get me with that? You didn't get me. Okay. Clearly I need to make my pen bigger. Clearly you don't own an air fryer. That meme lives rent-free in my head. I wasn't even trying that time, I was just saying my chaotic energy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, Uni. I'll go ahead and totally believe you because you are a creature totally to be believed. This is just as smug as the fast egg thieves in the Spyro games. Yeah, definitely. Yes. I may be more than a little smug right now. Hehe. Okay. Or wait. Was it fishes going out like this to form the fins? I think it was. There we go. Yeah, I think that's correct. There we go. I'm definitely capturing the energy of these mons, but some little details I'm missing. I love being an agent of chaos. It's so fun. Okay, got these in here. I am deity of the box, no need to agent around. I'm all boxiful, yes. Yes, Kyle, you are boxiful. Okay. Interpretation is what makes art good, though, you know? Yeah. Literally, the point of art is that it's interpreted through the artist. It has to... The idea has to be filtered through their mind first. And I think that's what makes art art. That's pretty good. Okay. We have the fish. There we go. Fish. I think after this I'm going to make myself some more tea. I think a nice Earl Grey would be good. What are y'all's favorite teas? Do you drink tea? Or do you absolutely detest it? I think there was one person in one of my classes this semester who just looked at me like I had 3 heads when I said that I drank tea. I think he apparently thought it was, like, disgusting or whatever, so it's like, okay, you know what, you do you, boo. You just haven't found the right tea yet, I think. Okay. Now I have this big section, like this. Bam. Look at that. That's why AI art is the biggest oxymoron ever? Exactly. What is good about art is that it is human. We cannot help but make art. And if you use a machine and then call it art, then... that's what art is. It's supposed to literally change you. Art is just supposed to change you as a person while you're making it. There we go. Maybe that isn't true of every single piece of art ever, but you know what? I'd say it's pretty accurate. Okay. We have the menacing fish eyes, like in here, here. Earl Grey or a nice minty tea? Yeah, Earl Grey's the best. Chamomile for every day, English breakfast, Earl Grey for the morning, and rice-infused green. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. I'm not usually the biggest fan of green tea, but I do enjoy a nice cup of it every once in a while. But yeah, I think I most often drink Earl Grey, or there's a cinnamon black tea that they used to have at the store that I really liked. It had cinnamon and a bunch of other spices in it too. Oh, I almost forgot to line the tiny fish. I usually only drink tea when I have rice in it. Oh, okay. Also, what should I put in this hole? Is there any suggestions for which mon I should put in the hole on the canvas? Okay. Okay, this tail shape is not looking correct. I don't really like green tea all that much, but the rice just adds, like, this crispiness that's just like, ooh. Okay. I see your point. Okay. Now we have this. And then when we have big sad fish. Ooh, spiritum. Oh, that could be good. That could be good. I think I remembered, like, the basic gist of it. I haven't, like, studied it as much as I have other mons, but yeah. It wants to peer out of the abyss. And peer into your soul! If you even have one at this point. Oh, is it supposed to have, like, a cyan as that? Hang on a minute. I'm gonna steal... Yeah, that looks about correct. Gonna do that. But yeah, green tea with rice. I have not tried that before. Maybe I will. Okay, so I think this front section is just supposed to be regular. And then it just keeps getting darker yet darker. Just like... Whoops, that's too saturated. Just like that. Yeah. Let me just color in the fish at the end here. And then these fins are supposed to be like that. And then, are there supposed to be dots in the mouth? I think there are dots in the mouth. Just like that. Okay. Has a literal ocean in the mouth, yep. Yeah, I'll keep green tea with rice in mind. This is supposed to be this color... Like, this? Wait. No. No, that's not... Darker, yet darker? Oh my gosh. It's supposed to be like... Yeah, that looks correct. And then the fins like that. I'd say that's... I don't know how accurate that is. Okay, well, we'll see once I look up the reference image. Okay, wishy-washy all forms. Okay. Okay, I see what I did wrong for school form. It definitely captured the vibes of it, but definitely got some of the littler details wrong. They're supposed to be like fish chasing after the tail. There's supposed to be a couple fish right here and here. But yeah, basic shape is correct. Basic shape. And then for solo... Let me just delete that. So, oh, I missed the eyelid. That's what I was missing. Okay. Yeah. And this gray was supposed to be darker, but other than that, yeah. That sure is wishy-washy. Bam. Okay. So, let me see. What did I decide? Oh, yeah, spiritum. I decided on spiritum. And yeah, I definitely think these ones all look better with sketches. I'm gonna have to adjust the placement of everything on the canvas before I, like, post it to places. But yeah, pretty good. So for Spirit Tomb, let's go with, like, a cartoony, I think, kind of posture. So we have the keystone, like, right here. And then, of course, we have... valid answer, though? Yeah. Okay, let's flip around. Yeah, I like Dragonair and Dragonite as well. Alright. So yeah, the actual spirit goes, like, right here. It just has weird posture, or it's, like, about to tip over. It's leaping out from its little corner to scare somebody. Okay. Oh gosh, the face for this is gonna be interesting. Holy. Why did I decide to draw this one again? Are its two eyes different? I don't remember. It has, I think, a spiral eye on the right side. It has... It's more curvy. Oh, it's supposed to be more curvy. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's supposed to look like a hurricane, kind of. Wait. Maybe it's supposed to be like this instead. Yeah, that looks a bit more correct. Why did I remember Spirit Tomb as being spiky? Oh well. Get me all later? Alright, you take care, Star. Appreciate you being here. It's supposed to look like a spirit? Yup, indeedy. Okay. Get out of here, Uni. Get out. Boo! I'm throwing tomatoes at you from the digital void. Okay. And then... Spirit kind of leaking out of here. We have a weird little keystone. You could almost say it's odd. And it had a spiral in here. Some kind of... It's almost like it's some kind of spirit in a tomb. Oh my gosh. What on earth? Okay. Then we have, like, periodic little lights spaced out across its face. Kind of like this, although... Right now there's too many big ones, so it looks like it just has chicken pox. Okay, there's supposed to be, like, little bead-like structures. And then a big one, like, right here. And then maybe some more little ones. Yeah. I think that looks about right. You can't talk when you say just as corny jokes? Oh my gosh. It's almost like they're dad jokes, Aiden. It's almost like they're meant to be corny. Come on. I don't remember if the Odd Keystone's eyes were supposed to be glowing, but I'm gonna make it that way anyway, because why not? It's my stream, and I'll cry if I want to. Draw it if I want to. You can't dog on Uni when you make a similar joke? I mean, fair enough. But still, you know. And plug Uni! Yes. Just from saying his name, you summoned the bot. Hey, I can come up with plenty of... I can I love choking on air, you know? It's my favorite activity. It's so great, ain't it? Yep. Okay. What I was gonna say... I'm not a spiritomb. No. No. Just because I'm dead, don't make me a spiritomb. Or at least I don't think I'm a spiritomb. If I'm trapped in a spiritomb, that means I have bigger problems, because that means I'm one of 108 evil souls in a hive mind. Don't die? I will try my best. The solution is always drink more water. Okay. Okay. Just something like this. And then that looks a bit too straight. It's okay, my lungs are currently killing me. Okay, well listen. If I don't die, you don't die, okay? Do we have a deal? Do we have a deal, Uni? Shake on it. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay. There we go. I'm catching you're dying now, AK. The coughing is spread across the interwebs. I didn't know coughing was contagious. I knew yawning was. But I didn't know coughing was. It probably isn't. And it's probably just a product of your own brain. I just said not to die, and there you go again when I'm supposed to... No, 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 Uni. No. No dying. Dying is not allowed. Wait, hold on. Uni, are you straight? I got a question for you. Are you straight? Because I need to know what to say now. And I remember, like, these bigger blobs are supposed to have light coming from inside them. Or maybe there's a friend inside them. I make the best jokes, don't I? There we go. I have a cough in general lately, and I'm laying down, so it just triggered what I already have going on. Got you. Okay, I understand now. As straight as a yardstick? Okay. I'm about as straight as a very bendy yardstick. Okay, listen. Just remember this, Uni. Dying is gay. Except that's not what I tell to Susie Deltarune whenever I'm struggling in a boss fight. I tell her dying is straight. I'm gonna try again with the secret boss for Chapter 4 next time. Okay. There's gonna be a lot of little holes to fill, but we're fine. There we go. As straight as a bendy straw. Yup. Exactly. Exactly, Kyle. You get me. Okay. Let's hide that. Ooh, yes. This looks good. Okay. Now, Spiritomb is like... I think like this color around? Yeah, that looks right. Yep, I'm about as straight as one of those bendy straws. Bam, bam. And then the keystone was like a gray color, I think. Or a grayish tan. I really don't care about my preferences. Maybe it'll work better since girls say I'm too nice and think I am anyway. Oh gosh. Okay. And then I think it's like this color inside the biggest ones. Like this. Yes. Now that okay, that just looks weird. Nope. No. Ugh! My window size! No! I'm gonna try something really quick. No, that doesn't look right. No. There we go. There's our Spiritomb. Evil Trophulatry, yup. Pretty much. I had my last date ask me if I was gay because I was listening to her way too well and not trying to shut her up. Dude! That's literally just common courtesy. What? Huh? What? What? I can feel my brain shattering into thousands of tiny pieces. What the heck? Okay, that's... Okay. I'm tempted to make, like, the outer portion of this... like a slightly... Oh! Okay. It should not be as saturated as that. It should just be darker. Yes! The dating scene is fucked right now. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. That's why I'm glad I have Aiden. Yeah, no, dating scene is at an all-time low. Yeah, man, some people just don't have brain cells. Fellas, is listening to somebody talk gay now? Is listening to your potential partner talk about what they like gay? Or, like, talk about their day or, like, literally anything? Is having brain cells gay now? What? I don't know at this point, man. I don't know. If that's the case, then I'm the gayest one. Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Alright. I'm tempted to draw one more one just to, like, fill in right here. I got something to send you since we're on this topic. Okay, yeah, send it to me. And so are you, babe, because you like it when I gap? Okay, well, we've already established that I am indeed a little fruity. But, like, I don't know. There's an ice cream bar named that. What? Because of all the independent women social media vids. Wait, independent women social... What? What are you talking about? I need, like, a red Pokemon to fill in this space. What's a red Pokemon? What? Why am I blanking on red Pokemon for now? What's a red Pokemon? Why am I forgetting every single Pokemon in existence? Kricketune? That could be good. I was also thinking of maybe Bisharp, because that has some red on it. And since it's an actual thing in Australia, oh cool. Scissor's also red, ain't it? Volcanion. I don't feel like drawing Volcanion today. Sorry, bud. Oh, I know what to draw from memory now. It's gonna be a 10 out of 10. But, like, it's the one I can draw from memory, the literal easiest, because I've been drawing it for about as long as I've been on YouTube. Hang on a second. My brain fried after that? Whoops. Hey, my brain's fried too. Don't worry about it. Or maybe worry about it. Boop. Hang on. This is literally the easiest to draw Pokemon ever for me. We have Little Derp Duck. I partially chose this Pokemon as my mascot because it was easy to draw. Wait, what? What on earth? Why? Huh? Okay. What happened with the bot? It didn't even say uni. What? But now influencer girls are like, where all men, but then they're... What? Oh, okay. Rotom is red? No, shiny Rotom is red. And I don't have any shinies on here. But I'm just drawing the red derp duck. And its head is rotated slightly. Yeah, I was gonna say, Rotom is orange. Maybe you're remembering the Rotom Dex from Gen 7? That little shit? Hang on a second. I'm gonna make this, like, slightly bigger to fit in more with the canvas. Look at the little guy. I love it. Okay. Yeah, this is the perfect thing to end off on. Bop, bop. Whoops. Need to make that slightly more desaturated. And just grab this. Look at it! Yes, perfect. I'm like tilting my head. It's so weird. I'm blanking on all the red Pokemon too. Yeah. Honestly, I think I got a good one. He really ties the whole thing together? He does! We love our little derp duck. Alright. So just gonna put that there. Yeah, buddy! Look at all these Pokemon! I think I drew these pretty accurately. And of course, there's literally no need to look up an image of Porygon. There's no need for it. I'm gonna erase the little chef hat steam on Hisuian Voltorb, because I don't like it that much. I still think you should have drawn a Groudon over everyone else, like in Find Groudon. Oh, that would have been funny. But no, I'm not gonna draw over all that art with a legendary Pokemon that has a complicated design. Yeah. But anyhow, I'd say that was a pretty successful stream. Which one do you think could be improved the most? Honestly, these Kanto starters had a little something going on in their brains. But otherwise, I'd say they were pretty accurate. I think, again, I blanked on Florigato's tail, and it just has like a closed bud on the end. A blooming bud. Toxel, there were some inaccuracies on, but it's cute, so nobody cares. Bennett, I'm still ashamed of how I messed up on the tail. Joltik is just little evil fluffball. Spiritomb... Yeah, that's just a Spiritomb. But yeah. That was pretty good. I'm gonna honk. Hang on a second. I need to find ourselves a raid target. I still love my stupid thumbnail for this stream. You're missing the diaper on Toxel? Oh, that was what else I was missing too. Okay. Alright, I would appreciate it if you would paste my raid tag in this other person's chat. It's a Nyssa Honk raid, and we're gonna tell them to get ducked. Okay. The diaper and the bib? Yeah, I was missing that. But I think it was cute. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look, I'm subscribed to Lo-Fi Girl, and oh my gosh. Wow. There are so there are so many streams that Lo-Fi Girl has going on. It's not even funny. Holy. Toxel is perfection, even if it's wrong. I mean, Toxel is Toxel, honestly. Hang on a minute. I need to double check if this person has a sub-only chat. Because if there's a sub-only chat, then that sucks. Nope, you are sub-only. Damn it. It's always baby. It's always a baby. But yeah, what was your favorite one that I drew? Piplup looks so good I can't really get over it. Yeah, we love to see it. Ooh. Oh, this person's cool. Okay, keep in mind that the person I'm rating is just starting Deltarune Chapter 3, so if you don't want spoilers for that, don't watch their stream. Dolchik is always baby. Alright, so this is our raid message. Hashtag Nyssa Honk raid get ducked. Today we're going to be raiding Pritz Kitsune, who's being introduced to Deltarune Chapter 3. Thank you for being here. Happy time zone. And honk, time to spoil everything. No, I'm sorry. Okay, you know what? Just don't go on the raid. Close this tab. Okay, whatever.